One, two time for the cha-cha gang. Give me the cha-cha gang. Rockin' with the best, cha-cha gang. Give me the cha-cha gang. Alaye with cha-cha gang. Give me the cha-cha gang. What's in my body, cha-cha gang. Give me the cha-cha gang.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and my amazing members of the Cha-Cha Nation, welcome to another episode of the Cha-Cha Spotlight series of the Cha-Cha Music Review Podcast. My name is Hafeestonova, aka your musical plug, creator of the Energy Force, and I'm back like I never left. For those of you that are new here, the Cha-Cha Spotlight series is where I get to bring fast rising artists and we talk about their musical journey. The aim is to introduce the artist to the world and introduce the world to the artist. So without wasting much of your time, let me allow my guest artist for today to introduce himself.
My name is Mck1nzy. I go by the name Mck1nzy, Mck1nzy.
Thank you for being on the podcast today. So
My pleasure.
let's get into it, Mck1nzy. Tell me, what is your real name and how did you come about, the stage name Mck1nzy?
Okay, my real name is Akinshi David. Yes. So the name Mck1nzy came about when I was in secondary school. Yeah. I was in SS2 at the time. So we're just playing around, we're just freestyling. And yeah, it came from my name, Akinshi, my surname, Akinshi. So there was a time, a friend of mine just told me, why don't you just switch it up? Instead of just told me, why not just make it sound a bit foreign? Just go by Mck1nzy. And immediately he said it, I just felt, wow, this is actually very beautiful because it sounds a bit very international and catchy. Very catchy because you can always shorten it as K1nzy most times. So I just said, okay, let me go with Mck1nzy, and that's how the name came about.
All right. So basically, the name has been with you since when you were in, SS2, right?
Yes, when I was in SS2.
Okay.
2011.
Was that when 2011? Now, was that when music started for you, or music started after that? Tell us the journey of how you started music.
I started music in 2010. Yeah, when I was in SS1. I started singing in the church. I was in the choir in 2010.
Okay.
So I was always singing the backup parts then. So that's when I started music officially. So that's how music started for me.
Okay, so at what point did you decide to say, okay, as the thing be like this now, now this music now I want to do as my future ambition or as my career?
I think that was 2015. 2015, yes. I used to sing in the church and then I just found myself, I'll go online, YouTube, I'll just see beats and I'll see, I love this one, and I'll just freestyle, I'll write, and then that was it. Then I recorded my first song. I named it No Time at the time. I actually removed the song online. It's no longer online, but my first venture into music was 2015. Yeah, when I recorded a song, No Time. That was the first time I recorded in my life, 2015.
So sure, there are some people where we say, they go look and say, okay, now the struggle now I want me to do music. Some people now the talent now I want me to do music. So my question is, what made you decide to say, okay, you know what, this music thing is what I want to do? And also tell us your experience, the first time you actually went to a music recording studio to record a song.
So yeah, I have a very big passion for music. I love music, every type of music. I listen to every type of music. Fuji, highlife, gospel music, akpala, R&B, blues, Afrobeat, Afro swing, every genre of music. I love music. So it became, I didn't feel I was talented at the time. I knew that I love music. I love to listen to music. That was how it came about. It was a passion for music. Not really because I felt I was talented, but it was the passion for music. That's how it started.
About your first recording, tell us the experience.
Oh, yes. The producer, I'm not really in contact with him anymore because it's been a very long time. 2015. His name is K.I. Beats, and his studio was in Festac in Lagos State. So that was the first time I recorded. It was a new experience for me. I felt I was so nervous that what if I go into the studio and I just go and sing nonsense? because I had not written anything at the time. I just met the guy on, I don't even know, he just came about on my BBM then, this BlackBerry Messenger. I just saw him. Who's this person? I always, okay, let's link up now. And we just met together. We met up in First Tag then. And then we went into the studio, and it took me about 2 hours to record my first song. And it was at that point I knew that I want to continue to do this. So I was very nervous, I will not lie. I was very nervous, I was scared. I was very scared. I was thinking, what if I don't cut it? What if I drop this music and people say, this guy, Sabi, the critics. So I was very nervous, but yeah, I pulled through eventually.
All right. So talking about critics, like you rightly mentioned, now you were nervous when you did the song or what you wanted to do the song. Now you've done the song, the recording, you finished with the recording, and the song is ready. So how did you feel knowing that, I have my personal song, my own original song, not a cover, not, a backup or something. I have my own original song. How was that feeling?
I'm not going to lie to you. I felt over the moon. I was so over the moon. I was so happy. I was so excited. I had to tell my friends. I had to send the songs to them, even when I knew that I wasn't ready to drop the song. But it was a whole new experience for me. It was like an achievement. Like I just crossed to the other side. Like I just did something big, something huge. Really, I won't craze that day because I don't believe See, I made a full song that was about 3 minutes long, and it was crazy. And besides the fact that it was crazy, the song was a jam. Although that first song I recorded then, I ended up selling the song to somebody at the time. So, but in fact, the fact that somebody even bought the song for me, it made me feel like I felt encouraged. I felt like I was up to something. For somebody to listen to my song and tell me, "Guy, you have not really dropped this song. Can I buy this song from you?" And then I was so proud of myself that, somebody wants to buy my song. Wow, that's beautiful. So yeah, I was over the moon. I was so happy. I was excited, and I was determined to do another song.
All right. So you were excited, you were over the moon, and you were determined to do another song. So you did that one in 2015, and somebody bought it from you. When exactly did you do, the next song that you could call, okay, this was my official single?
Yes, that was 2020. It's titled Spotify.
So before 2020, you recorded a song in 2015. Then
yes, I did.
You waited 5 years to drop another song. So in that 5 years process, what was it exactly musically now that you were up to in that 5 years gap before you dropped? Was it a conscious decision for me to say, okay, let me wait, for my skills to get better, or was it about a financial situation where I don't get money to go studio to go record, make I just chill until I get money, or I just want to improve myself? What was that 5 years gap? What was it for?
I love this question. It's a beautiful question. Thank you very much. It was like a combination of everything you've mentioned now. So there was the financial aspect. Then there was I need to improve on myself. And then again, what really happened was, it was even what prompted me to sell those songs. Because actually in 2015, I made 2 songs in 2015, and I sold the 2 to the same person. So what prompted me to actually, move and say, okay, let me just move back a bit, step back a bit, and see how, was because when I later listened to those songs, yeah, they were actually really good songs. But then I started to play the guitar. And when I started to play the guitar, it started to change my outlook on music. It started to change my opinion. It started to change how I did my music. I started to feel differently. The way music came to me before started to come differently. The way I went about my freestyles was different. The kind of lyrics. I used to do this party, up-tempo type of music. But when I started to play the guitar, I entered into this love, emotional kind of music. And then when I got the offer to sell those songs, then I realized that, okay, this is not how I want my music to sound. When I started to play the guitar, I realized that I want to do something different. I want to start again. I want to start afresh. I want to improve on my skills. I want to brush up on my lyrics. So that was it for me. And then there was the financial aspect too. That one was also there, but it was mostly because I wanted to improve myself. That was it.
All right. I like that. I mean, I like the fact that you took your time to say you want to improve, yourself, which is something that is, a bit quite difficult these days with upcoming artists. They just want to say, "Oh yes, I'm good, I'm good." A lot of people don't, actually find time to fine tune and improve themselves. So while you were talking, you mentioned about you picking up the guitar and learning how to play the guitar. So is there any other musical instrument that you can play aside from the guitar? And also, what will you actually call, your style or your brand or your genre of music?
So I play just the guitar. Since I play the acoustic guitar. That's what I play. And then my genre of music, I don't think it exists yet. But I would say, actually everything's under Afrobeats. So, but then I would say I do Afro R&B. R&B is the slow type of music, yeah. And then
Definitely, yeah.
Afrobeat is the one that has the traditional drums. So it's a blend of the traditional African music in a not too fast way. Do you understand? It's not like I can't do the up tempo beat and the up tempo type. I've recorded different songs that are up tempo, but my basic genre I'll say is Afro R&B and Afro swing
Okay,
too. Afro
Afra.
swing.
So
Thank
again,
you
let
very
me
much.
let me ask you this. I mean, we all know that when it comes to music in Nigeria, one of the fast rising artists, they face a lot of challenges, to get them to where they want to get to. So what would you say has been your biggest challenges so far since you started doing music?
Obviously, the major challenge everybody faces is like as an upcoming artist, fast rising artist, is the financial aspect. That's the major issue everybody faces. And then another thing is, picking yourself up every day, like thinking, will I be able to get to this place? Will I be able to do it? That constant thought that people have come
Yeah.
before me, there have been more talented people before me, and they've not. There's some people that they came out, they blew up, they didn't last up to a year. Some people 2 years, they're gone. So those thoughts have been actually, have been always on my mind. And then the challenge of blending education together with music. Yes, it's not been easy because I'm still in the university, so it's not been easy blending both. So those are the major challenges I'll say.
You said you are juggling education and school. So can you tell us more about school life? What school are you in? What level are you in? What course? And how exactly is the struggle being combining school and music together?
Okay, let me go with the name of my school, Ondo State University of Science and Technology. And yes, I'm in 500 level, my final year actually, a student of computer science. Nigerian universities, it's really very, very hard to find time to do anything other than schoolwork. Except you don't want to give your schoolwork 100. But if you want to put 100 into your schoolwork, it's very, very hard. So, there are assignments, there are tests. You have to read, prepare for exams, prepare for tests. And then you still have to say, it's been long that I went into the studio. I've not written for quite some time. I've been occupied. So it's like time management, basically. Time management. That's the major challenge.
All right, now let's talk about performances. I mean, you've been 2020, that was when you released your first official, single, and this is 2022. That was about 2 years in between. And the fact that you are even in school, I mean, there must have been one or two gigs or one or two shows that you must have gone to perform at. So tell me, what was it like? Number one, what was it like the first time you got on stage and you wanted to perform your song? What was that experience like?
I think I got it wrong. I recorded my first official single 2020, but I dropped it in 2021. Yeah, sorry about that. I dropped it in 2021, but I recorded it 2020. Yeah. So the first time I performed, well, that was 2017. Yes, that was 2017. I just had to just come on. Everybody just, oh, my guys were just hyping me. It was a show in school then. And my guys were just hyping me and saying, go and perform. And I was like, okay, this song that I want to perform. I actually sold the song already, but you just said, okay, just give everybody something to listen to. So I performed the songs I sold then. I was very, very nervous. Because I had not performed my own song before. Although I was not too nervous as the first time I sang in the church. in front of people because I was already performing in church, singing in church, steady in front of people. So I already knew what it took to face people. But singing my own song was a whole different thing, you know. I was thinking, are people going to feel my song? Are they going to? What if I just come and everybody just they look me for eye, everybody just see waiting this one they see. So I just well, let's do it. My friends supported me a lot. They came on stage with me, and you know they gave me ginger, and yes, it was good. And since then I've performed in like some other shows too.
What was your best performance so far, and which one will you say, oh, this was my worst performance? I just want to forget about it. I don't want to remember it.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I have a worst performance yet. I don't have a worst performance. Although I have a performance that I feel like I could have done better. Yes, that was a show I performed. It was a show in Ondo State. So I performed. It was good though, but I felt like I could have done better because, well, I didn't plan it ahead of time. It was just about they had to first need to come because they didn't inform me on time. So I was told at, last minute. So I just had to come. And the person that organized the show was a very close person to me. So I just had to come through for that person. So I didn't prepare, but it was not worse or worst, but it was not my best performance. Yes. And my best performance came in a show made in Osistek. I did a performance with a live band. It was a live performance. And it was electric. It was mad. I got the best reviews. Some people say out of all because a lot of artists came that day. Some people say, I don't know, I wouldn't say it, but according to some people, they said that was the best performance of the night, according to some people. So, but that was my best performance, I would say, because I did the live band thing, and it was my first time doing a live performance with a live band. So it was electric, it was beautiful, and it was my best performance up to date.
Now, let's talk about your song. Let's get down into the song because your song that I heard is one titled 14 Years. And I'm not going to lie, and this is just a true story. So, my very, very good friend Charles, big shout out to Charles. Charles sent me the song, and honestly, the day he sent me the song, I didn't even listen to it. But about 3 days
Okay.
later, my songs were playing, and the song came in, and immediately I had the first line. I had to pause, like, whoa, wait, what song is this? I had to like go and check, the name of the song and name. I'm like, oh yeah, this was the song Charles sent me, and I listened. I'm like, wow, like honestly,
Oh my
let's.
God,
I
thank
don't
you.
want to talk. I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk too much about the song because I don't want it to sound as if, oh, maybe I'm trying to, hype you
That's
too
like
much
me.
or hype
Yeah,
the
I
song
understand.
too much. You understand? But I'm not gonna lie to you. That song was a beautiful, or that song is a beautiful song. I love the song. So tell me, what was the thought process, behind recording that song? Was it that you were trying to, because that song it's a love song, talking about, somebody you'll be crushing on for about 14 years,
14
and the person
years.
they try to, person they try to the buga like, so babe, what's up now? Alpha, how long should I
Yes,
continue
yes.
waiting? So tell me, what was the thought process? Was the song actually inspired, by a true life event, or it was just one of those things where you get creative and you just decided to write something?
He was inspired by a true life event, actually. Although it wasn't as long as 14 years, though, but it was inspired by a true life event. So this is what it was. The beginning of the song went like, you're all I'm wanting to be fronting. So that part, it's been 14 years now, I've been crushing. That part, yeah. When I wanted to record the song, I listened to the beat, and I was like, oh, what can I do on this song? What can I do on this song? And then my producer, Steph, big shout out to Walai Steph. My producer, he told me, okay, what do you think you can do on this song? I said I want it to be a love song because I love songs. So yeah, he said, okay. So think about the time where you were in love. So I knew that I've been in love more than once. So I looked at the one that pained me the most. It was one girl that I really liked then when I was in, I think, SS2. Yeah. So I really liked the girl, and then she didn't feel the same way. So, and she had a boyfriend at the time. So I thought about it, that was the one that pained me the most. So it was, well, even after graduating, I still was on this girl's matter. She no agree. So that the time I recorded the song was the year she got married, actually. So I just remember that, oh, this thing, wow, this thing don't tell you. So it just came to me. And when I just sang that part, it's been 14 years now, I've been crushed. And the whole song just came to me. And I just wrote the whole song. So it was inspired by life event. Although it was not up to 14 years, but yes, it was inspired by life.
So after recording the song, did you actually send it to her? Like, oh, listen to this song, or you just recorded it and did you actually tell her anything about the
Yeah,
song?
yeah. When I recorded the song and when I dropped the song, actually, I didn't send it to her when I recorded it, but when I dropped the song, then she was like, "Wow, this song is so nice." So, because there was a lot of views. And then I told her that, do you remember when I was toasting you and toasting you and toasting you and toasting you and you didn't agree? And she was like, yes, she remembers. And I was like, yes, that was what inspired the song. But she was like, it's up to 14 years. I said, well, it's not up to 14 years, but well, that's what inspired the song. And she was like, oh, that's so cute that at least for you to, dig in and, think about that thing and put it into the music. And that was very good. And yeah, she actually likes the song, and she's one of the people that loves the song. And she always uploads the song, and she likes it so much. So
When we were talking about the song, you spoke about something that I was going to ask you, but since you mentioned it, let's just go into that. So you spoke about your producer playing the beat for you and you thinking, what do I want to do to this song? So let's talk about, your creative process in general. So how do you write a song first before you listen to the beat, or you listen to the beat song before you think, okay, what exactly will fit into this beat, or anyone that comes to your mind? That's number one. Then number two, whenever you want to write a song, what is the thought process? Do you say, okay, you are looking for something inspired by true life, or you just get creative and you just write whatever you are going through at that moment? Take us through the creative process of you putting out or writing a song.
this is how it works, the creative process here. As an artist and a songwriter, me, personally, I'm always writing songs. Whether I listen to a beat or I don't listen to a beat. It could be 4 lines. Depending on how I'm feeling at the moment, I could be very excited and I could just go and write something that has to do with the way I'm feeling. And it could be just 4 lines, and then I'll just stop it there. And then I'll keep writing and writing. And when I stop that 4 lines, maybe the next day another thing entirely comes to mind again. I write. Maybe the next day another thing entirely comes to mind again. I write. So, but when I want to record and I listen to a couple of beats, it might not even be a beat, it might just be just a drum or a bounce or a kick. So when I listen to it, I'll just be like, this thing they go well with something way I write. So I'll just look at it, okay. And sometimes I'll just listen to it and I'll start to write from the scratch. Then when I now start writing, I'll be like, I've written something that goes in line with what I'm writing at the moment. And I'll dig into my notes. And when I check my notes, I'll be like, oh, I'll pick one or two lyrics from there. Then plus the one I'm writing, I'll join it together and I'll make it into a song. And sometimes it's just cool. I'll just say, hey, I'm just feeling in a mood. I just want to come up with something. It might just be one word. It might just be one street lamp. It might just be something I heard somewhere. I'll just say, okay, I want to sing. And I want this thing to be like the title of the song. Or I want it to be part of the song. So it depends on my mood. It depends on how I'm feeling at any given time. So I'm not restricted.
All right. It
That's it.
depends on your mood and it depends on how you're feeling at the same time, and you are not restricted like that. All
Exactly.
right. So let me ask you this. Who would you say are your should I say inspiration or motivation? Those, legends in the music industry that you look up to, those that influenced you musically growing up.
Okay. Growing up, I would say I listened to the band a lot. Growing up, I listened to the band. I listened to Wande Coal. I love Wande Coal so much. I love Wande Coal so much. Like, it's so crazy. I love Wande Coal so much. So basically, it was the band and Wande Coal, Coco Master and Wande Coal, that I really loved when I was growing up. Yes, those two. But since when I, started doing music, I've had a lot of people that now inspire my music. Like, there is Jacob Banks. Jacob Banks is an American artist. That's my favorite artist for now. Jacob Banks is an American artist. But he's a Nigerian, but he's based in America. And his songs don't sound Nigerian, but he's a Nigerian guy. So Jacob Banks, I love Jacob Banks. Then Benson, Buju. I love Buju. Buju inspires. I love Buju because of his melodies. Then I love Wande Coal and Adekunle Gold. Those are the four major: Jacob Banks, Buju, Wande Coal, and Adekunle Gold.
I mean, you've mentioned that you love Wande Coal. I can't even count the number of times you've mentioned it. So obviously, if I'm going to ask you, who are those artists you are looking forward to work with? I know Wande Coal is going to be one of them without any doubt.
100%. 100%.
All right.
I'd love to work with
So
Wande Coal.
aside from Wande Coal, who are those other artists? Just name 2 or 3 more artists that you'll be willing to work with. I know there will be more than that, but just name 2 or 3.
Olamide Badu. I love to work with Olamide Badu. I love to work with Rema. I love to work with Rema so much. And then Wizkid. I love to work with Wizkid too. And of course, Davido.
Olamide, Wizkid, Davido, Rema, and of course, Wande Coal.
And
Those are
Buju
part of
too.
the
I know
few
mention
people.
Buju.
Okay.
Buju.
Of course, and Buju.
Africans, stand up! Your Saturday just got more exciting as Hafeestonova, aka your musical plug, creator of the energy, present to you Cha-Cha Music Review Podcast, a music review podcast that critic, review, analyze, and rate new songs from top African artists on a weekly basis. Whether you're from Ghana,
Nigeria,
South Africa,
Kenya,
Tanzania,
Benin,
Lesotho, Botswana, Rwanda, or even in the diaspora, Cha-Cha Music Review Podcast is your guide for the newest African sounds. Cha-Cha Music Review Podcast by Hafeestonova, amplifying the African sound by bringing the best of African music to your ears.
Like you rightly said, you are somebody that loves love. You like to sing about love and all of that. So the next question I'm going to ask you is not music related, but it has to do with love. So, since you are the love person, are you in a relationship? Are you single? Are you in a situationship, or you are in God when?
Actually, I'm in between. I'm very single. I'm very much single. But still, I still be God when.
All right. It is well. I would like the fact that you didn't say, "Oh, I'm married to my music" or "I'm in love with my music," because that's what a lot of people will say. They don't go want to tell us to. They'll go they like say they are in love with their music.
I'm
It
in
is
love with
well.
my music.
Anyway, let's try to get to. No wahala. Everybody is in love with their music. Let's try to get to know you, a bit more. So you rightly mentioned that you are a 500 level student. You are also, in between, you are single at the same time, you are in love with your music. So tell us, if not for music, say music aside, what is that other thing you see yourself doing aside from music?
That's a good one. Well, besides music, I would say I'll work in my field of study in school. As a tech guy, a computer guy, like the whole, designing, graphics designing, website designing, website building, everything. I would say that is the only thing I can see myself doing. I wouldn't say I love it per se, but yeah, well, that's the only other thing I see myself doing besides music, because I love music. If I'm not singing, I'll be into music production, everything related to music, or maybe media, this media promotion, media. But then, yeah, I would say I'll work in my field of study.
Okay, so when it comes to food, what kind of food do you like? They say the stomach is the fastest way to a man's heart. So let the ladies, because I have a lot of ladies that are always listening to my podcast, and you can never tell, your godbrand might just be listening to this episode. So what kind of food do you like?
So my favorite food overall is beans and plantain. But in second place, I love okra soup. and everything that goes with okra soup. It could be eba, it could be amala, it could be pounded yam, as long as it's okra soup.
All right. So, to wrap up this whole, section, let's quickly talk about what's next, for you. Are you putting out a new music? Are you putting out an EP? What next? What should your fan be expecting from you?
Yeah, my fans should expect an EP. Should be about 4 or 5 songs. I have 5 songs already, but I'm still contemplating maybe I should take out one or leave one. So my fans should be expecting an EP soon. Very soon. My songs are ready. I'm just waiting for the right time to put it out. But an EP is ready.
Okay, so
Completely ready.
okay. All right, the EP is ready, and trust me, when the EP drops, Hafeestonova, as your musical plug, I will definitely let you people know so
Oh
that
shit.
you can go and get to listening to the EP. I'm talking about getting to listening to the EP. For people that are listening to this podcast that are discovering your music for the first time, how can they get to listen to your music? On what platforms are your music are?
My music is available everywhere. Everywhere there's a song, you will see my song there. If you go into Google and just type Mck1nzy Spotify or type Mck1nzy 14 years, my song is there. It's on Apple Music, Audiomack, Spotify, Deezer, SoundCloud, everywhere, YouTube Music, everywhere. My song is on all platforms. It's available for downloads on blogs. It's everywhere. My song is everywhere.
All right. What about your social media handles in case they want to get to reach out to you?
Okay. On Instagram, my social media handle is at Mck1nzy. I'll spell it. My name is spelled Mck1nzy, MckInzy. But instead of the I use 1 to represent the I on Instagram and on
Okay.
Twitter. So
Okay.
it's at Mck1nzy because there's only one
NZY.
Mck1nzy.
Okay. All right,
Yes, sir.
Mck1nzy, thank you very much for being on the podcast. I really, really do appreciate it. But it's going to
It's my
be a
pleasure.
disservice. It's going to be a disservice to your fans. It's going to be a disservice to my audience, the Chacha Nation, if I do not allow you to freestyle. So let me allow you show that talent that I have been talking about. Let me allow you share that talent with the world, and let me allow you do a freestyle right about now.
Girl, you make me high, and I can't deny. Yeah. I'm crazy for your love, I am insane. Yeah, you got me high, drunk on your moonshine. I love you, baby. No cap, no forgazing. I promise to hold you down, and I'll never, never let you down. Baby girl, you're my wife. Yeah. That's like the last.
Mck1nzy, once again, thank you very much for being on the podcast. I really do appreciate it. And please let us know when the EP is ready so we can plug it with everybody. I mean, like I rightly said at the beginning, one of the aim of this series is to introduce fast rising artists to the world, and it also introduce the artists to the world. So in terms of musical promotion, we are always there to help fast rising artists. So when the EP drops, or when whatever new project you are working on, whenever it drops, allow us as Chacha Music Review Podcast, and we'll do our best, to spread the music out there the best way that we can. Once again, thank you very much for being on the podcast. I really, really do appreciate any final word to your friends and to everybody
Thank you
listening to
for having
this.
me. Yeah, so final words. I'll say, okay, well, keep listening to Mck1nzy. And if as a result of listening to this, you decide that, okay, you want to do music, I'll tell you, nobody will believe in you like you believe in yourself. So believe in yourself and trust the process. Please keep listening to
All
my music. I
right.
promise to dish out good music from time to time.
This is where I will be drawing the curtain today. So I come your way with a brand new episode of the Chacha Spotlight series on the Chacha Music Review Podcast. My name will always remain Hafeestonova, aka your musical plug, creator of the Energy Force. Remember, keep the energy, keep it positive, and keep it 100. Peace out.
One time, two time for the cha-cha gang. Give me the cha-cha gang. Rockin' with the best, the cha-cha gang. Give me the cha-cha gang. Alaye with cha-cha gang. Give me the cha-cha gang. Wati my boy, the cha-cha gang. Give me the cha-cha gang, cha-cha gang.
What's my God?